Hello and welcome to CVR News Network. You are watching CVR English, Wall 360, and these are the details. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy paid a visit on Saturday to a series of defensive installations along the front line around the Kharkiv region. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy visited the frontline troops near Pokrovsk in Donetsk Oblast and held a military command meeting in Kharkiv Oblast on March 22nd. As Russia continues to press on in eastern Ukraine. Zelenskyy has previously said that Russia is attempting renewed offensives in various parts of the front line, including the Kharkiv Oblast.
Вітаю. Дякую за службу.
Служу українському народу.
Дякую.
Служу українській нації.
Дякую. Дякую за службу.
Служу українському народу.
Дякую. Вітаю. Дякую за службу.
Вона в бригаді.
Вітаю. Дякую за службу.
Служу українському народу.
Дякую.
Служу українській нації.
Дякую.
Frail Pope Francis returned to the Vatican on Sunday after a 5-week hospitalization for life-threatening double pneumonia, and he made a surprise stop at his favorite basilica on the way home before beginning 2 months of prescribed rest and recovery. Pope Francis waved when he appeared at the window of the Agostino Gemelli Polyclinic in Rome on Sunday, March 23rd, where he has been treated for bronchitis and bilateral pneumonia since Feb 14th.
Sì, a tutti. E vedo questa signora con i fiori gialli. Che brava. Sì, a tutti. E vedo questa signora con i fiori gialli. Che brava.
un attimo.
A Russian drone attack on Kiev killed 2 people, sparked fires in apartment buildings, and forced the evacuation of tens of people. Ukraine's state emergency service said early on Sunday. Explosions lit up the night sky in the capital as Ukraine's air defense system was activated, shooting down several drones in the attack in the early hours of Sunday. A woman died after falling debris from a destroyed drone sparked a fire in a high-rise residential building in the capital's Dnipropetrovsk district, and the emergency services posted on the Telegram messaging channel. At least 27 were evacuated from the building. Another person died in the overnight attack on Kiev's Holosviki district, the service said. The recently appointed Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called a snap election for April 28, saying he needed a strong mandate because the country was facing the most significant crisis of our lifetimes as a result of Donald Trump's unjustified trade actions and his threats to our sovereignty.
I've just requested that the Governor General dissolve Parliament and call an election for April 28th. And she has agreed. We are facing the most significant crisis of our lifetimes because of President Trump's unjustified trade actions and his threats to our sovereignty. Our response must be to build a strong economy and a more secure Canada. President Trump claims that Canada isn't a real country. He wants to break us so America can own us. We will not let that happen. We're over the shock of the betrayal, but we should never forget the lessons. We have to look out for ourselves. We have to look out for each other. We can control our destiny. We can have a new Canada built by us, for us. We can give ourselves more than any foreign government can take away. And the best way we can deal with this crisis is to build our strength here at home and help people who will be hit hardest by these tariffs. That's the right thing to do. That's the fair thing to do. That's the Canadian thing to do. That's what makes us strong. As part of that strategy, today I'm proposing a middle-class tax cut to help all working Canadians get ahead. We will cut the lowest income tax bracket by 1 percentage point for a middle-class tax cut that will benefit a two-income family by up to $825 a year. I'm asking Canadians for a strong, positive mandate to deal with President Trump and to build a new Canadian economy that works for everyone. Because I know we need change. Big change. Positive change. You see, my generation was fortunate. For us, there were
Hundreds of thousands of people filled Istanbul streets in protest against the arrest of the Turkish president's main rival, despite demonstrations being banned. Ekrem İmamoğlu, the mayor of Istanbul, was detained on Wednesday and formally arrested and jailed pending trial over the corruption charges on Sunday. Many view his detention as a political move to remove him from the 2028 presidential race, deepening concerns over the country's democracy and the rule of law.
Sevgili hemşehrilerim, her İstanbulluya eşit vicdanına, sağduyusuna güveniyorum. Yılmıyorum, korkmuyorum. Bir adım
2023 hedeflerimizi gerçekleştirmek ve 2053 vizyonumuzu hayata geçirmek.
Türk vatandaşıysa polise mukavemette bulunma.
An Israeli airstrike hit Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis, Gaza, killing at least 5 people, including Hamas Politburo member Ismail Barhoum, according to the Hamas-affiliated media. The attack, which caused a fire and heavy smoke at the hospital, was confirmed by the Israeli military as targeting a key Hamas militant. The US continued to strike Houthi rebels in Yemen for the 10th consecutive day. USA strikes targeting Houthi rebels pounded sites across the country into Monday, with a group saying that one attack in the capital killed at least one person and wounded more than a dozen others. Saudi media network reported that Houthi weapons in Sana'a caught fire after the airstrikes. It also claimed that a very senior Houthi official was eliminated in an overnight airstrike, with giving more details. A plane carrying 199 people deported from United States arrives in Maiquetía after Venezuela had reached an agreement with Washington to accept the additional deportation flights. The Trump administration sent a flight carrying deportees from the United States to Venezuela on Sunday, the first such flight since the Venezuelan government reached an agreement with the Trump administration on Saturday to resume accepting them. South Korea's constitutional court overturned the impeachment of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo, reinstating the nation's number 2 official as acting leader Monday, while not yet ruling on the separate impeachment of President Yoon Suk Yeol over his shocking imposition of the martial law late in December. Many observers said that 7-1 ruling in Han's case did not signal much about the upcoming verdict on Yoon, as Han wasn't a key figure in imposing the martial law. But the ruling could still embolden Yoon's staunch supporters and ramp up their political offensive on the opposition.
중요한 결정에 입니다. 그리고 무엇보다도 총리가 직무 정지 중인 그러한 그 국정을 최선을 다해서 이끌어 주신 최상목 권한대행과 국무위원들 한 분 한 분께 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드리겠습니다. 저는 우선 급한 일부터 추스려 나가도록 하겠습니다.
북한 공산 세력의 위협으로 자유대한민국을 수호하고 우리 국민의 자유와 행복을 양보하고
북한은 총 득표수 192.
피청구인이 비상계엄 선포에 절차적 정당성을 부여하기 위하여 국무회의 소집을 건의하는 등의 적극적 행위를 하였거나 국회에 비상계엄 해제 요구 결의안 가결 이후 국무회의 소집을 건의하지 않았다는 등의 소추 관련 사실을 인정할 만한 증거나 객관적 자료는 찾을 수 없습니다.
우리 모든 국민들은 이제는 극렬히 대립하는 정치권에 대해서 그러지 말아야 된다는 목소리를 확실하게 내고 있다고 생각합니다. 이제는 좌우는 없다고 저는 생각합니다. 오로지 우리나라가 위로, 앞으로 발전하는 것이 정말 중요합니다. 중요한 결정에 감사드립니다. 그리고 무엇보다도 총리가 직무 정지 중인 그러한 그 국정을 최선을 다해서 이끌어 주신 최상목 권한대행과 국무위원들 한 분 한 분께 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드리겠습니다. 저는 우선 급한 일부터 추스려 나가도록 하겠습니다.
북한 공산 세력의 위협으로 자유대한민국을 수호하고 우리 국민의 자유와 행복을 양보하고
북한은 총 득표수 192.
At least 3 firefighters and a public servant has been killed in wildfire in South Korea, prompting the government to declare the state of emergency in southeastern regions, authorities said on Saturday. 10 years after the Germanwings plane crash in the French Alps, around 400 people gather for a ceremony at the Vernon Cemetery, Alpes de Haute Provence, southeastern France, in tribute to the 149 victims. The Airbus A320 from the German low-cost airline, a subsidiary of Lufthansa, was deliberately crashed into the side of the mountain by its 27-year-old co-pilot on antidepressants, Andreas Lubels. He took advantage of the captain's temporary absence from the cockpit to carry out a suicidal act, causing the death of 149 other passengers and crew members. And that's the end of the World 360. Stay tuned to CVR News English.